Hello, everybody. This is Intuitive Retta. I'm doing my monthly Trump reading. So please like this video, share, comment below. Make sure you do a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and press the bell button so you get my notifications. So let's get into it. This month is all about the Empress energy. And if you know about the Empress energy, with the Empress is the Hangman and is the World. So the Empress is all about new ideas, creativity, sensuality, abundance in all things. The Empress loves abundance. And she does love abundance, probably in excess. Also, she gives birth to new ideas. Could be childbirth, it could be new ideas, could be creativity, but also there's a moment of kind of stagnant with her. She might be stagnant in her creativity, in her view of sexuality and whatever. She may be stagnant in some areas. So there may not be as much movement as we've seen prior or since. There may be just, things are kind of not moving in any direction. And then at the end, it's the World. So the World is telling you that there could be some major completions, things ending, because when, new things end. And then it also can mean travel. Okay, so that's a lot of different things within the Empress, because the Empress, when you're looking at like the birth chart and the energy, has the Hangman and has the World. So I'm gonna draw 3 cards on us as humans. What does this energy have in store for us in general? Okay. Maybe 2 cards for that. And I'm gonna draw. Also, I'm gonna take this deck. So that was the Sweet Twilight. This is Laws of Empires. And I'm gonna, take a card that incorporates that. So this is just for us, okay? And now I'm gonna do, this is Trump's energy. What does the month of the Empress have to do with Trump? What's the energy or the theme around him this month? So Trump. So for Trump, what I feel, this is before I even look at the cards with this, there may be some travel with him. Does he have any, things overseas that he has to go travel in other places for business? Kind of world politics, world travel. I'm feeling that type of energy. Also, in general, not just Trump, there could be some, scandals in regards to sex. I'm not talking about Trump. I'm just saying in general. Could be, because of that sensuality energy, could be out there. We might see a lot of that in the news or the gossip blogs, stuff like that, highlighting this, women sensuality. Also, this is a month of women, so we might see a lot of women's issues arise this month. A lot of women's things. The energy will be centered around the feminine. So we might see a lot of feminist organizations and all this. Especially, we just had the Brett Kavanaugh and all that. I have a feeling that, it's going to be a lot of that this month, and so forth. So, you guys know how I usually do my Trump. I decided to kind of be a little, cheeky today. This is the Twisted Tales Tarot. And so it's kind of like a Halloween deck. But it reads very well. But, you know, getting in the spirit of things. And not to make, you know, things so serious. So, this is Trump's October. This Trump's October. Okay, so you guys know how I usually do. 3 cards for what's on his mind. Okay, 3 cards in regards to his job at the White House or whatever. I think you guys get a little serious. When I say what's on his mind, it's his thoughts, his actions. You know, a lot of people get crazy. Oh, no, this is all in regards to Trump, not outside. This is how he's viewing things. So what's on his mind, what he feels, or what's going on in the White House or his job relating to him. And then we do his family. Okay? So for us as general reasoning, we need to listen to advice, think clearly, and intellectually. So we need to really not get emotionally, you know, crazy about things. We need to kind of use rational judgment and think clearly. Don't let your emotions come to play. So this is telling me that, you know, we need to take kind of emotions out of things and use reasoning. You know, not woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know, or what you feel things should be. We you know, we need to use reason. Okay, also justice. Justice and the Queen of Wands. So, I see as a public, you know, the justice is supposed to be blind. So what's crazy is that, remember I said women's issues? And this is in regards to women's sexuality, the Queen of Wands, you know. And right now she's off her throne. But we have to think, even with women, we have to think with reason, not with what we feel, not with our emotions, not, you know, this and that. We have to think reasonable. Justice is blind. So you have to take, and it's kind of hard, but you guys, we got to kind of, you know, use rationale in our decisions. Because remember, last month was all about public opinion. And this month is like women's issues. But are we as women losing it? We're getting off our throne and we're holding our wands. So that's telling me we're holding, you know, our aggression and passion. And we're kind of getting ourselves off our throne because we're working in emotions. We're not working rationally and intellectually. So us working in passion and all that is kind of deflecting from the real subject that we're trying to do. So these women issues, you know, whether it's the Christine Ford or whatever's going on in the world, we are thinking, you know, in emotional instead of rational and intellectual, and realize that our emotions and our feelings have nothing to do with justice. Okay? That justice is blind and justice needs to be weighed with intellect and rationality. You know, so whether you guys want to hear that or not, that's it. So let's see about Trump. So Trump, call for help, reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. So what's going on in regards to Trump? Call for help, reach out, admit your needs. So that's interesting. We'll see. You know, maybe there's going to be, you know, he needs to get some more, you know, help, basically. You know, he's kind of been like on the island by himself a little bit. So this is saying reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. So maybe he needs to kind of put his voice to the people and let the people know. He does that on Twitter, but I think he does better when he is talking in a when he does an interview or when he's on the stage. I think he needs to kind of connect, especially with everything that's going on with the Kavanaugh thing, also with the Mueller thing, and also with Rod Rosenstein and all that. I think he needs to kind of, you know, connect more with the people and reach out. Okay, so what's on his mind? Emperor, his job, and it was funny, look at this card. His job is trying to, and people are funny, but to me, he is trying to, it looks like a bunch of drones here, all looking the same way, all going in the same direction. And it kind of looks like, what's the mask that everybody wears? I know it was from the movie. What was that movie? V for Vendetta? What is that mask? The Ananon mask? And people are walking like walking like drones. And remember, I always said, and people don't like it, but I always said that whether you like Trump or you don't Trump, he was put in place, whether it was by divine order or whatever, was to wake the people up. So you see this in this thing. So even in his mind, he feels that it's his job to make a difference, to kind of change things, to kind of let people wake up and see things. So in his mind, he feels like it's his job also to kind of shake people up, to get people out of their slumber, to start thinking for themselves and not be drones. So I just think this card speaks a lot. So this is what's on his mind. Also, the Six of Wands is going forward, but this is also, I feel like, you know, the Six of Wands is victory. So he sees a victorious, you know, whatever he's doing, his thoughts are, he's feeling like he is waking up the masses. He's making change. He is causing some chaos with the masses. And to him, that's a victory. Maybe, you know, and this is, you know, the end of old beliefs, the end of old ways, you know, the end of things. So he's coming in as the bearer. If you see all this death, to me, is like the death card. He's coming in with this change and this transformation, and he's being victorious in regards to it. So whether you like him or not, he's doing what he came to do. And the King of Swords is that he still, you know, he also feels, I don't know who, there's this guy is either some lawyer, or a judge, or someone high up in intellect. He's on his mind. And it could also be it's on his mind, did this person commit some crime? Did this person do something? This could be Kavanaugh. This could be nothing. You see blood on the sword. So he is thinking, whoever this man is, well, which we don't really know yet, maybe I'll throw some charms, is, does he have some, so this is on his mind, does he have some, you know, something to show for it? And there's a moon there, and it's illuminated. So is there going to be stuff coming out? Is stuff coming out to show that there is some, you know, some blood basically on this man's sword, that there was something, or there is something, or whatever. So we'll see about that. Okay, what's going on in the White House is the Two of Cups. I mean, the Two of Swords is a lot of a lot of indecisions. So remember how I said, like, it's the Hangman energy this month? That's kind of what the Two of Swords is, kind of. It's like no real movement. No real movement. And the movement that is being done can cause harm. So there's no real decision. And without the decision, there's no real decision being made. And that being no decision made is causing some self-inflicted harm, or can cause some self-inflicted harm. So is there something major going on? If there's a decision, is there any type of government money or whatever that can kind of be halted, or something? I don't know. It's whatever. There's supposed to be some choices being made, but like I said, with the Empress is the Hangman, the no movement. and no movement and no choices, nothing happening can be self-harm, you know, can cause harm, you know. Let's see. The moon, secrets. You know, the moon is things that were hidden in the White House is coming to light. So it could be the in movement of working on these secrets or whatever's going on in this White House. You know, that there's something can peek around at any corner, something can drop out. And them not moving on it or them not doing anything about it can cause some self-harm. Or, you know, their decision in regards to this illumination, this thing can cause some kind of self-harm in the White House. And the Four of Wands is the foundation. You know, the foundation, yes, the foundation may be change and a lot of change and stuff like that. And victory and a new, do we have any like treaties or anything like that we have to sign? Because I do see that it wasn't the way it was supposed to be, kind of transformed into something else, but within that transfer there's success. So something that's being done. So the Four of Wands is like the foundation, but it's also like a joining, like a marriage, or like a contract, a marriage, or bringing things together. And why do I feel Mexico? Because I see this sombrero. So it could be 3 different countries, or whatever. It could be 3 different countries. Could be also, there could be Mexico. I don't know. Does he have some major things going on with Mexico and 2 other countries, and they're going to come and join in something and kind of a partnership and like kind of like it's like a marriage or something like that? Okay, and his family. The 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands. I love this. This is my guy right there. He passed away. I'm telling you. Is that, what's his name? It is him. So, the 8 of Wands is about fast movement, things changing. This is an alien thing, things changing in his home, lust. So, is things going on still, fast moving, and the Queen of Wands? Is there still problems going on in regards to this affair or whatever? It's still affecting the household. So whatever, and it came fast. So whatever's going on, it's still affecting the household. So whatever choices that he made in lust or whatever, and with this other woman, is still affecting the household. I can draw some charms and throw them to kind of get a little bit of emphasis on things. Okay, so this change. You remember I said that the Emperor comes down, and he feels like he's waking people up and he's creating change to people. He feels like he's waking up, waking up in regards to like our relationships in the world, with people, with everything, how he feels like he's enacting major change and shaking things up in could be our worldly relationships and partnerships. Also, he's bringing in like new ideas, you know, he's bringing in goods, he's bringing in new ideas, new products, new thoughts, you know. He thinks that this is all, you know, what's changing, and he thinks he's bringing in wisdom and intellect and all that he's bringing some common sense back. That's what he feels, and he's shaking people up so that they question the intellect, the scholars, what's going on, the rules. They question, you know, our relationships with other people, of products brought in or brought out. He's put in place to kind of shake people up and have people think and question. Also with this victory, you know, this victory, he feels like he was victorious, and it kind of came, you know, very fast. Whatever he feels victorious, he's kind of, I think there's going to be some more things coming out on this man. I have a feeling it's Kavna, you know, but the moon is upside down, so it could be not even truths. You know, there could be other things, and this is kind of, the lily is older man, sexuality, this and that. There's a little bit of that, but because the moon's upside down, it's not really right side up. It's distorted, you know. It could be untrue. It's not really, you know, truth coming out, secrets coming out. It's like the moon's upside down, so it's kind of distorted. So that's what has to do with Kavanaugh, and it has to do with sex. I think that, you know, I don't know if he's going to continue. I don't know what he feels, if he's going to continue to back Kavanaugh 100%. I don't know yet. We'll have to look at that in the future. But he's going to, there's something in there that he's saying, hey, you know, does he have some blood? Did he do something? You know, is any of these allegations, you know, true? Is he this person? Is he that person? He's thinking it, but he also thinks that a lot of this stuff is distorted. We're thinking about, remember the Two of Swords? And I said that the not movement, the not making a decision can cause some self-harm. And that has to do with public opinion. So the public opinion is going to turn on something because of the inaction. So he has to be careful. The White House has to be careful that their inability to make a decision and not making a decision can cause some self-harm in the public opinion. Also, the moon. So this is a burden. So if you see this card, it's like somebody waiting in the wings. You know, someone's waiting in the wings. You know, there's a lot of debauchery going on, and someone's waiting in the, you know, going to make themselves visible. They're just waiting. And that's a burden to bear. Okay? And there's nothing else really going on. So, I think that there's going to be needing, you know, there's going to be some defense, some standing your ground, holding your ground, standing your ground in defense, and not to get yourself caught up in anything. You know, remember, don't get yourself caught up. This is advice to these cards. I said, what's some advice for Trump this month? Is to kind of stand your ground, you know, hold firm, stand your ground with all the people yelling at you. Don't yell back. Just stand your ground calmly and rationally. And it's okay to kind of reach out. To reach out and admit needs or for backup. And don't get yourself, you know, you have your strength. Don't get yourself caught up in anything. And remember, no matter how much you feel or they feel that they have you in their clutch, you're able to get out. You just have to face your fear. You can get out. And don't allow them to, whatever is going on this month in the White House, meaning whatever decisions that need to be made, and they are trying to stop the decision, and they're trying to not make a decision, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. You know, it can hurt you. It can hurt like us in general as, you know, America or whatever, or the people, or even the government, because of their inability to make the decision. Don't allow them to be stagnant. You're going to have to force them to kind of do some movement and make a decision and do something, because if you allow them to be stagnant, I think that's going to kind of keep you stuck. Keep you stuck in the octopus's tail. Keep you stuck. Their ability to kind of hold you still and not having any movement can keep you in this grips and force you to kind of stand your ground. So what you're going to have to do is kind of force them. Don't allow them to kind of pin you in, and force them not to be stagnant, that they have to move on it. They have to make a decision. So that's the end. I don't know if you guys understood this all, but that is the month of October. So tell me your thoughts. You guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.